Good afternoon, everyone. I pray that your Tuesday you found spaces and places of joy, of peace, that you were able to maybe commune with nature, that you ate something really good, maybe you saw something on TV that made you laugh or made you think. That somewhere in all the turmoil that's been going on in this world, with all the hatred that's being displayed, that you found a place where you could smile and just be at peace. We've been talking about narcissists. We've talked about the over the top ones who are I am it, who just take over and suck up all the room all the air in the room. And we've talked about the coverts, the ones who do it much more subtly, and they probably are harder to detect. Today, what I want to talk about, I'm going to go back and forth with my glasses. I want to talk about how it feels to be exposed to a narcissist. For the last couple of days, I've told you the traits of narcissists. Now we're going to talk about how it feels to be exposed to a narcissist. And I have 5 points. I'm reading from my laptop. Number 1, you feel blamed for everything. If there's a narcissist in your life, someone who you interact with, they make you feel like you're the blame. They blame you for everything. Or they give off the vibe that if something goes wrong, it's your fault. They either tell you forthright or they will imply it. For example, if you are in relationship with a narcissist and you all share a child, you are parenting. If the child does something wrong, they blame you. If the child does not get good grades, they blame you. If the child does something that they are not happy with, somehow or the other, it becomes your fault. So the first one is you feel blamed for everything. The second one is you feel criticized. They kind of go together. Not only are you being blamed, but you feel criticized. If you say, oh, such and such happened at work today, let me share about it. Their comments are never on your side. They never see where you may be coming from, but their comments tend to be quite critical. If you buy something that you really like and you feel really great about, they may take away some of the shine from your glow. You say, well, do you like this? I really like this. It's okay. It's not that good. It makes you, it probably wasn't the best choice. They make you feel criticized. If you say, well, I'm thinking about doing A or B and I really want to do A, and you make that decision, they're very critical of the decisions that you make. They're not affirming. And that's the important piece. They're not affirming. And the reason why they're not affirming is in order for them to be able to affirm you, they feel like affirming you takes something from them. They really struggle with the idea that you can be great and they can be great at the same time. Their own sense of self-doubt and low self-esteem does not leave room for someone else to have good qualities or to be great. So they tend to make you feel criticized. So if you're dealing with a narcissist, you'll feel like you're being blamed for everything and you will feel criticized. The third one, I need my glasses. You feel as if your opinions or feelings don't matter. Let's say the two of you are having a discussion and you give your opinion. It's almost as if you didn't say anything at all, because as opposed to acknowledging what you said, they just continue to talk about what they want to talk about. If you say, I really like the color red, and so I think I'm going to buy some red shoes, their response may be, well, I like brown shoes. And okay, that's fine. They can like brown shoes. They should wear the brown shoes. But what they're implying is, because I like brown, your opinion is not as important as mine. So instead of buying what you really like, you should buy what I like. So they make you feel as if your opinion or your feelings don't matter. If you say, I feel sad, they may, instead of saying, so what, they may say, so what, they just don't acknowledge it. If you're sitting, I've had sessions with couples where one person will say something, the other one starts to cry, and the person who was speaking just keeps speaking. They never acknowledge that their partner's crying. They never ask the person, are you okay? They don't pass them a tissue. And I have to say to them, do you notice that she's crying, or do you notice that he looks sad? And the response is typically like, what? Like it had not even been in their radar. So again, if you're exposed to a narcissist, you feel blamed for everything, you feel criticized, you feel as if your opinions and feelings don't matter. And number 4, you often feel like you can never do enough. And I know that a lot of times in dealing with narcissists, it's as if they have a measuring stick or a rubric that says, when you're dealing with, you feel like if I can just achieve this particular thing, if I can just, they say they want this, so if I can just do that, then maybe that'll be good enough. You know, if they say, well, I need you to be more loving and to be more kind, and you try your hardest to be more loving and kind, but it's never enough. It's never enough. And so you feel as if you can never do enough, that you never quite ever meet the mark. And the last one is events, situations, and even history will be spun to fit their narrative. If you're dealing with someone who has narcissistic tendencies, the two of you will never agree on what happened. You will view it from the perspective. This is not just about perspective. This is about, they will either look at you and say, I have no memory of that whatsoever, or what do you mean I said that or I did that? They totally disavow how your memory of what happened, particularly when it comes to an argument, particularly when it comes to a disagreement. And so the trait that falls under that is what's called gaslighting. They have you believing, they have you questioning if what you experienced was real. Because if you talk to them as opposed to them cooperating, well, yes, we did both have the same experience, they'll make you wonder, did I really experience that? Or let's say if they say something really sarcastic or mean to you and you feel offended and you let them know that you're offended, they'll say, did I say that? Did I really say it like that? Is that the way you really heard it? So it makes you question, can I trust my own instincts? Can I trust my own feelings? And so just to review how it feels to be exposed to a narcissist, to be involved with a narcissist, you feel blamed for everything, you feel criticized, you feel as if your opinions or feelings don't matter, you often feel you can never do enough, and events, situations, and even history will be spun to fit their narrative. And so I would strongly invite us, if you have interactions with a narcissist, if there's someone in your life who you care deeply about but displays narcissistic tendencies, I would invite you today, after listening to this video, and if you have become triggered, to practice some self-care, to do something for yourself that makes you feel good, to do something for yourself that helps to affirm and to validate that what you had experienced or what you are experiencing is real. And I invite you to do that on purpose. It's a bit dreary here today where I live, but it's still a good day. So I invite you to enjoy today, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.